culture is like this iceberg, right? So in an iceberg, 10% of an iceberg is actually exposed, which is huge. If you look at an iceberg, right, you think it's enormous. That's only 10% of the actual iceberg. 90% of it is below the surface. It's the tip of the iceberg, absolutely. So same thing with culture and what influences a person is really what we're seeing is only a small part of the person. 90% of who the person is what's in your bubbles. And some of that, like Nishama had mentioned earlier, some of it is visible, some of it is above the surface, but some of it is below the surface. And sometimes we think it's above the surface and we make assumptions and yeah, exactly. So I think it's really important to have that awareness. Now the other part of this activity where I'd like to give you an opportunity, we saw everybody, but now I want to see if we can have an opportunity to really see who people are, right? What are some of them? Right, so I think we discussed this, right? Some of the factors that can affect somebody, and a lot of you have reflected on things. Reflected on things that have affected you, right? So language, your race, ethnicity, where you live, your socioeconomic status can be influential as far as culture, age, gender, sexual orientation, disability, religion. I think honestly you probably touched on most of these, right, with the sharing that you were doing. All right, so cultural competency. What are the things that make it difficult to provide culturally competent care? What are the barriers that exist, especially in healthcare settings, that make cultural competency so challenging, and why you have to do training like this with your workers, because it can be very challenging. You know, I have this first one here. What are your thoughts on this, though? Because I thought it was an interesting one, considering we're in New York City. There's a lack of diversity in healthcare leadership and workforce. So remember, I'm going to go back just a couple of slides. What is diversity? Defining what diversity is. It refers to the range of human perspectives, backgrounds, and experience. It's a concept that includes acceptance and respect. So sometimes we misuse the word because we'll say diversity. Have you been to New York City? Have you been to healthcare settings? There's so much diversity in there. It's multicultural, and there's a lot of different people from different backgrounds, but it does not mean that there is always acceptance and respect that occurs. So I think, you know, and when I first read that statement, I thought, well, what do you know, there is diversity, but is there really? I mean, from your experience working in the healthcare setting, do you feel that the workforce itself in healthcare is lacking some diversity, lacking some respect